Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. We have been reviewing documents that were released by the Moscow Police Department on July 23rd, 2025, never before released to the public, which included hundreds of pages of documents relative to the Moscow Police Department's investigation into the crimes at 1122 King Road. This has provided, I believe, the public with some insight and the ability to compare what the public understood from court documents, the facts of the case to be as now compared to the documents disseminated on July 23rd. I would like to call your attention to the Affidavit of Probable Cause, which was written by Detective Brett Payne. It was signed by him under penalty of perjury on December 29th, 2022. For all intents and purposes, it is document 1 in the case. Part of that document described DM, who was one of the surviving roommates, along with BF, interviews with various investigators. One interview, the one that I'd like to compare the Affidavit of Probable Cause to, occurred on November 13th, 2022. It was with the very first responding officer, Officer Mitch Nunez. It is document number 3, ladies and gentlemen. It was written by Officer Nunez. Please take note of the date and the time. This was written on November 13th, 2022 at approximately 6:49 p.m. So this would have been within approximately less than 7 hours after Officer Nunez responded to 1122 King Road, as he said he did here, at approximately 11:56 hours on the 13th of November, 2022. Let's go to paragraph number 1, the first full paragraph of page 2, to learn what Officer Nunez wrote under penalty of perjury November 13th, 2022, that DM told him. He states here, I walked outside and began interviewing D. D told me at approximately 4 a.m. she heard a voice scream and believed it to be Kaylee's. D said she heard Kaylee scream and announced there was, quote, somebody, end of quote, inside the residence. D said she could hear Kaylee run from the 3rd floor down the stairs to the 2nd floor into the northwest bedroom. D said she locked herself in her bedroom and continued to hear a commotion. D said eventually she stopped hearing a struggle and heard a male voice say, quote, you're going to be fine. I'm going to help you, end of quote. D said she did not recognize the male's voice. D said after a few minutes, she peeked out of her bedroom and observed a male described as approximately 6 feet tall, slim build, with a black ski mask, leave the 2nd floor patio area. This patio door was likely left open as it was found open upon my arrival. Now, by way of comparing and contrast, let's see what the Affidavit of Probable Cause that was released to the public in early part of January 2023 regarding DM's recitation of the facts. As we see here, the Affidavit of Probable Cause is Exhibit A, Statement of Brett Payne. And he says here, page 1, that on November 13th, 2022, at approximately 4 p.m., Moscow Police Department, Sergeant Blacker and I responded to 1122 King Road, Moscow, Idaho. So right away, ladies and gentlemen, let's note here that Detective Payne is responding approximately 4 hours after the first responder, Officer Nunez, did. We will go now in order to learn what Detective Payne states here that DM said. 2, page number 4. DM stated she originally went to sleep in her bedroom on the southeast side of the 2nd floor. DM stated she was awoken at approximately 4 a.m. by what she stated sounded like Goncalves playing with her dog in one of the upstairs bedrooms, which were located on the 3rd floor. A short time later, DM said she heard what she thought was Goncalves say something to the effect of, "There's someone here." DM, next paragraph, said she looked out of her bedroom but did not see anything when she heard the comment about someone being in the house. DM said she opened her door a second time when she heard what she thought was crying coming from Kernodle's room. DM then said she heard a male voice say something to the effect of, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." And then, if we go down to the final paragraph, it says here, DM stated she opened her door for the 3rd time after she heard the crying and saw a figure clad in black clothing and a mask that covered the person's mouth and nose walking toward her. DM described the figure as 5'10" or taller, male, not very muscular, but athletically built with bushy eyebrows. The male walked past DM as she stood in a frozen shock phase. The male walked towards the back sliding glass door. DM locked herself in her room after seeing the male. DM did not state that she recognized the male. This leads investigators to believe that the perpetrator left the scene. This is, if I could provide some comments here, ladies and gentlemen, very different from the statements that Officer Nunez took down in his interview of DM, which occurred a lot closer to the time of the incident than what Detective Payne is writing here. First and foremost, DM told Officer Nunez that she saw the man walk out of the kitchen area, the backslider. Does not say that here. It says here the male walked toward the back sliding glass door in the Affidavit of Probable Cause. Secondly, the description of what happened. DM tells Officer Nunez she's awoken by screaming, not of sounds of Kaylee playing with her dog. And the recitation of what DM said she heard when she's speaking to Officer Nunez hours after she did is a lot different from what the Affidavit of Probable Cause says, in my opinion. If you have any comments, any thoughts, any opinions, please leave them here. This is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.